YouTube, what's up, YouTube? It's your man back at it, and you're now watching Blvd TV. In today's video, pretty interesting one. Should kids own firearms? Should you bring your kids to the shooting range? At what age would it be acceptable to take a kid shooting or to bring them to a range? So I know that this is going to stir up a lot of controversy, and people are going to definitely share their thoughts. Well, here it goes. Me personally, I love it. I think that you truly know and can gauge your children's maturity level, and if they're able to grasp certain ideas or concepts. So ultimately, the parent is making the decision if the child is old enough. Or mature enough. Me personally, I think that every child should be able to handle and should know how to properly handle and fire a firearm. Obviously, if you're 3 years old or 2 years old, you're probably too small to know what you're doing. But at a decent age, when you're big enough, you should be able to handle at least a .22 rifle, a takedown, a Crickett. My children, I have 3 small children. I have a 5-year-old daughter, a 9-year-old son, and an 8-year-old son, and they all own Crickett rifles, which is known as my first rifle, and they're made by a company called Keystone. I picked one up, brought it home, showed it to them, started talking to them about the rules and the, walking them through the whole talk and the whole thing, because my 9-year-old actually is caught up in that whole mindset of, it being a negative thing. And this is because this is what he's taught at school, and this is what he's pumped with. So I had to kind of like educate him on, on that, because in reality, that's the problem. It's that stigma, it's, if you own a gun, you're a criminal. If you have a gun, you're a criminal. You're out to hurt people. You're going to shoot people with it, The first thing my 9-year-old son said, and this is a great dialogue, and I'm happy I'm sharing with you guys, because maybe you guys can share and comment as well, but was, Dad, we don't need a gun. We don't have to shoot anyone. So then that conversation came up, and it was like, son, it's not about shooting anyone. Just because you own a firearm doesn't mean you're going to shoot anyone, I had that talk with him, right? And my middle son, he's always down for everything. He's excited. He owns a bunch of Nerf guns, so he's super into it. And anyway, when I brought the Crickett rifle home, my kids were super excited. My older son, 9 years old, he still was conflicted. He was unsure. And my daughter right away was like, do they make a pink one? Guess what? They do make a pink one. And right away I called them up. Greyson Guns. They're amazing people. Located in Orange, Connecticut, and I ordered another one. I actually ordered 2 more. I ordered another black one for my other son, so now they all have their own individual rifles, and my daughter a pink one. So, I was debating, are they old enough to take them to the range? It's kind of loud. It's a lot of things going on, a lot of people. Is it going to be sensory overload? Are they going to be able to listen and do what I ask of them? And so I made the decision. I prepped as much as I can. I showed them as much as I can. And I took them. My 9-year-old, who was hesitant at first, ends up loving it. And now he begs me to go every week. We had an amazing time. A, because it's a great facility and the people is really great and easygoing. So it's a wonderful atmosphere. And B, it's fun. It's fun. They had a nice time. They enjoyed themselves. So, hey, again, this is me. Everyone has their own opinion. I respect everyone's opinion. If you disagree, don't follow me. Don't subscribe. Don't watch the video. Don't ever come back to my videos. Blvd TV, from the very beginning, I explained what it was. It was going to be a channel that was going to be dedicated to cars. I own a 2015 Challenger Hellcat that I'm in love with. I do a lot of videos about my Hellcat. I review electronics because I have a background in electronics. I'm a retail manager that manages a large chain of well, one store, which is part of a large chain of retail locations that sell electronics, appliances, mattresses, yada yada. Music, because my background is also in music, and firearms, because I know them, because I love them, because I legally own a lot of them. And one day I'll get into a video where I'll explain my past and, you know, what I had to go through to legally own firearms, because it wasn't easy for me. When I was young, I made some bad decisions, so I was denied right away. And so I had to fight for it, just like everything else in my life, right? Nothing was easy. So I fought for it, and I ended up being able to legally own firearms. And that'll be a whole nother video that I'll shoot. That's it. So we're going to go down to Greyson's. I'm going to take my kids. We're going to have a blast, and I'll check back. Peace. Just chilling, getting some rest here. Shout out to everybody at Greyson's, man. You guys treat me so good. I'm so thankful. I wouldn't go anywhere else. I wouldn't. The place is amazing. And you make me feel right at home, and that's what it's all about. Anyway, what are we going to talk about? See the kids in the back? All right, so... oh, my arms are hurt. Here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about bringing my kids to the range. During these times, I'm trying to get it right. During these times, a lot of people have a lot to say, given all the school shootings and everything. Oh my God, there's going to be people that's going to see this video and they're going to write off, be super negative about it. I mean, I posted the last video, CT Legal AR-15, and I got blasted. A lot of private messages, but one message in particular was a comment that said, there's no need for a child-killing assault weapon like that. I beg your pardon. You're the problem. You're only adding to the problem. You are the problem, really. It's uneducated people that make statements like that. Anyway, I'll get into all that much later, but I'm here in the lounge now at Greyson's with my kids. My kids are playing cards in the back. We're chilling. We advise you all to, if you want to, you're in the Connecticut area and you're looking for a home, definitely hit up Greyson's. They're amazing, and look into their charter membership because it does has this. I mean, look at this, man. Big TV, relaxing. So I would say definitely hit up Greyson's for those memberships. Great place to visit, great people, and great prices. I'll check back in. Take off the... Alright, go back.
I got it in that. That was close.
Almost. Down. Alright, go ahead.
Bring it to my baby.
Alright, let's see. You didn't even hit the... You didn't hit the...
You went over with your dad. Now this time, I want you to...
I got the
That
one.
one right there.
I did it.
All right, guys, we're back now. In the house, everything put away. Kids getting ready for bed. And what's interesting is my oldest son, Benjamin, came up to me and said that I was all wrong about this. I had a blast. For some reason, he thought that he was going to be shooting animals, and didn't know it was target shooting, which I explained to him anyway. I don't know. Nonetheless, he had a blast. He really enjoyed it. My daughter, who's right here, Barisa, she enjoyed it as well. And they actually can't wait to go back. Again, great place to visit. Greyson's in Orange, Connecticut. Everyone was really nice. Kids really adhered to all my directions and the rules of properly handling a firearm. You know, keep your finger off the trigger, never aim your firearm at anyone, always treat a firearm like it's loaded, never touch a firearm or ammunition without someone's permission or adult supervision, and the list goes on and on. Now let's just talk about some things, some quick points for people that say they don't want their kids to know how to handle firearms or to never touch a gun, or I don't believe in guns, or I don't never... Listen, firearms, like I said earlier in the video, have this negative connotation, right? This negative stigma. Negative, real negative. If you have a gun, you're a criminal. What if that child, you teach that child how to properly handle a firearm, what if that child saves someone's life? What if that child saves his own life? God forbid, they're by themselves at home and someone breaks in, or you're in the shower, someone breaks in, someone sneaks in through the back door. That child knows how to now handle a firearm and can potentially save everyone's life. What if that child now goes to a friend's home, a school friend, and that child now breaks into his parents' nightstand or safe or what have you and pull out that firearm? Well, guess what? You educated your child how the do's and don'ts, and they're going to go and tell them do not touch that firearm and go get an adult. These are things that we don't think about. And I keep telling you guys, the only thing that can stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. So, again, like I was saying, let's re-educate our children. Let's re-educate our friends and family. A great example is my mom. She can't stand guns, doesn't want anything to do with guns. You know, she thinks about a gun and she thinks that someone's ripping and running the streets, selling drugs, and that's just the mindset she's in. When it's not true. Not true at all. Let's re-educate our children. Let's re-educate our friends and family and teach everyone. Everyone should know how to properly handle a firearm in case something goes down. What if the world as we know it changes and you have to go out there and gather your food? You have to hunt. What if you have to defend your family? What if, you know, it's really like The Walking Dead out here, right? It's better to be prepared and be in the know than to be blind and be a victim. You never want to be a victim, all right? Take care of you and yours. Blvd TV, thank you for watching. Peace.